Zoom. Hello my friends, it's time to tell you what the absolute best book about Poland that I've ever read is. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm guaranteeing you it won't be what you expect. Pow! So Norman Davies, I've got to disappoint you, I'm afraid, as much as I love you and I really would love to interview you one day, and as important as your books have been to my understanding of the country that I now live in, I cannot say that your books are my favourite book about Poland. Your books, plural, your collective work doesn't make the #1 point. That's what I'm trying to say. And my dear friend Adam, I know I'm pretty certain that I'm going to interview you pretty soon for the First News Heart of Poland programme, by the way. Booyah, shout out to my First News crew. But your book about Poland doesn't make #1 listing either. No, the absolute #1 book that I've ever read about Poland is... insert drum roll sound engineer. A Country in the Moon by a guy called Michael Moran. And I've never heard anyone talk about this book, I've never heard anyone refer to it, I've never really spoken to anyone about it, but when I read it, it blew my mind. Michael Moran came to Poland in the early 90s after Poland had transformed itself into a capitalist economy with everything good and bad that brought. And this is his part travelogue, part life memoir, part journey into falling in love with Poland. Along the way, he explains to his readers, including myself, a whole bunch of things about Polish history, about Polish psychology, and it's jam-packed full of comedy, and it just basically expresses it's a really good, human, relatable story. And of course, like every story of Poland, it's a love story because eventually he meets the woman who goes on to become his wife. If you read one book about Poland, in the rest of the whole of your life, make sure it is this book because it's absolutely fantastic. You can find it on Amazon. It's a book called A Country in the Moon. If you agree with me, share this film. If you disagree with me and you've got a better book that you think you can recommend to anyone who's interested in Poland, then write in the comments. But otherwise, buy this book, mofos. Pow!